Sharks. My name is Ramon van Meer, and this is my co-founder, Kevin O'Purry. And we are the creators of Genius Litter. Today, we're seeking $250,000 in exchange for 4% of our company. Sharks, you ever wish your cat could understand what you are saying? Well, that is impossible, but with Genius Litter, you can understand what your cat is saying. We love our cats. They mean everything to us. And that is why it is so heartbreaking when our cats get sick. And the worst part is, we humans are clueless. We don't even know when they're in pain. And that is why me and O'Purry were set on a mission to find a better way to monitor your cat's health. Introducing Genius Litter. Genius Litter is a super smart, health-indicating cat litter that changes color if your cat is sick. It's like having a health monitor right in your cat litter box. Are you kidding me? It's that simple. It is genius. But that's not all. Our litter is also super lightweight, doesn't track in the house, and traps all the yucky odors, even Kevin's. And for each bag we sell, we donate 10 meals to pet shelters. So Sharks, who is ready to cuddle up with me and Kevin O'Purry and help every cat live a happier and longer life? Before I move on, I'm gonna take my work clothes off and then I can answer any of your questions.
All right, welcome back, super entrepreneurs, to another Shark Tank Biz Review. I know it's been a little while since I've been here, but I'm happy to be back again. January was a gauntlet of travel and things, so I think I'm going to shoot a separate video for that. But in the meantime, $250,000, 4%, that's a $6.25 million valuation for some smart litter. I'm really curious if Ramon and Mr. Purley has a patent for this to protect. I mean, this sounds like science fiction kind of stuff, right? Like, I would love to be able to have something like this for, like, say, our dog, right? Like you put it on like a stick and like you stick it into like the poop or something like that, and then bam, like it's like almost like a chlorine test strip, and then you got like, hey, we know exactly what we got right there on the spot. Now, what I'm really curious about is, are they capturing a market of, I buy a bag, and if I start to suspect something might be wrong or off with my cat, then I, use this litter instead? Or are they trying to get it so that you're just always using that litter, like all of the time, like as your regular litter? So I'm really curious to how that's worked out. I'm curious about the sales, because like 6.25 million valuation, you better have some sales to back that up as well. And I'm curious if, how, well, as far as the sales go, but like, what's the feedback been? And is there any, this probably wouldn't fall under FDA approval, maybe with cats. I'm not sure. So I'm curious if that comes up in the conversation as well. And I'm curious if you'll stick around to the end to, we're going to check out their website and their social media, as well as feature one of your comments from down below in the super community. Feels good to be back again. I know, I'm back.
Because this is not my real hair.
It's not real? It's not real? What?
Wow.
What about the accent?
The accent is real. I'm from the Netherlands.
So, tell us how it works.
So our litter, it's a silica litter, and it's mixed with a pH tester. So test the urine. If it's a high pH or low pH, it will tell you if there's a potential health issue. For example, if it turns red, it could be a kidney problem. If it's blue or green, it could mean a UTI.
So tell me, how much does it cost you to make, and how much do you sell it for?
We sell it at $24.99 per bag. Cost to make is $4.71.
Is that fully landed? Wow.
No, landed cost, it adds up anywhere between $1.30 and $1.56.
Do you have any competition? Because I feel like I've seen an ad that does exactly this. Is that you guys, or is that your competition?
That is our competitor.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What's different about yours?
Ours is better because we use a different silica, a smaller particle, so it's better for the paws. It's also better odor control and less dust. And we are, more importantly, we're cheaper.
I love
Now
cheaper.
let's talk about the business.
Yeah. So before we get to the business though, like, yeah, so having a competition there, you're cheaper, which is I don't know what litter usually goes for. Maybe someone down in the comments could fill us in here. I have friends that have cats. I personally I'm allergic to cats. My son is way allergic to cats, way more than me. It's just not something that I don't get all cuddly with the fuzzies. Just not my thing. On top of that, so I'm really curious. What's the case there, and then if it's not something that you would necessarily use day in and day out, which I don't know, $25 sounds kind of expensive. Is it good? Is it a problem for the cat? Does the cat like have an issue with different litters and different brands? I mean, obviously, Ramon just mentioned that the competitor does not have as fine of a grain, so that creates a bit of a problem. I don't know. I feel like cats would be pretty particular about what they like and what they want to step on. From the little bit that I do know about cats.
How much are you doing year to date in sales?
Year to date is 3.1 million.
Wow, lovely,
Are you
jubbly.
making or losing money?
We are profitable. Year to date, we're at 465,000.
Wow, that's
What did
fabulous.
you do last year in sales?
Last year, sales 3.6 million, and
Wow.
we did 145,000.
How much is going direct to consumer? How much through traditional pet retail?
So our biggest channel is the online marketplaces. 70% is Amazon and Chewy and
Combined.
Walmart, and then 24% is retail. The remaining is direct to consumer.
So it's a
so
very
it's
small
tiny,
amount
just a
direct to
sliver.
consumer from your site.
Yes, correct.
And I ask you this because there was a very famous deal here in Shark Tank called Base Paws for Cats.
It's not famous.
Very
We didn't even
famous,
know-
Mark. Very famous.
He's never heard of it.
Have you heard of Base Paws?
Yes.
The exit was huge, but all they wanted was the data. That was it.
So, how much did you raise?
I raised $1 million, and I put $1 million myself in it.
Your own money.
Wow.
Dang. Where did you get the $1 million to put in?
I had an exit. I sold the company 5 years ago.
How much did you sell for?
$9 million.
Good for you. That's so
What kind of a
amazing.
company
You
was
will
Impressive.
never guess what it was.
Dog food.
No. I started an online blog about soap operas.
No, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
The American dream,
I know.
baby. Were you just a huge fan?
No. At that time, I was flipping content websites. So I knew how to start a blog, drive traffic from SEO, building communities on social media.
You've been so successful, so what's the plan for this business?
Yeah, I want to build and scale this business and then sell it to a strategic. Our competitor that you saw on TV was sold for a lot of money to...
How much is a lot?
Like what is out there in the news is $1 billion.
Oh,
Wow.
The
How big,
same litter?
now
how big did they get to?
They must have had the customer information. There's 110 million cats in America.
Yeah.
And that's a very valuable database of users because they buy a lot of
Oh
stuff.
my gosh, we're back to
We're
the
back on
database.
Yeah, that's the data that data is king, right? That knowing exactly who has the pet and the life cycle of the pet. I wonder if this, if the goal there is like you get to a certain point in the cat's life and with that data, and then it's like, okay, we start pushing pushing like the Genius litter at that point, right? Where you're going to have those kind of problems more often popping up in the cat's life. So I mean, that's great. $1 billion for some cat litter that can predict, but apparently it wasn't even. It's not patentable if it's just testing the pH balance and it's making color changes based on that. That makes it kind of difficult to want to, sink your teeth into. But if there's a potential for that level of an exit, that's the risk that the Sharks are seemingly willing to take. And I tend to think that if they were going to offer something, it would they're probably going to want at least 10% for their 250. I mean, look, you 3.6 million last year in sales. It's profitable. This year so far, 465,000 in profit. You keep it Now what they did, I don't think they said how long he's been doing it for, but you keep it profitable. I think they're gonna have trouble getting that 6.25 million valuation. I definitely am think that it's tracking towards like a 10%, a 10 spot there for $250,000, and then you got something. Then you got something. But maybe they want to take the ride. But 4%, I don't think anyone's gonna be biting at that.
We get the point,
We'll
Kevin.
get you the database, Kevin.
But what's the plan? Tell us your plan.
We have 2 new products coming out.
Okay.
One is a brand new, nobody's selling it. It's a health indicating topper. You can sprinkle that on top of your existing cat litter, and then it will change its color, same like our litter.
What's the second product?
It's
I like that.
same concept as a health indicating doggy pee pad. It changes color if there's potential issues with the pH
great
level.
idea.
Ramon, I want to tell you, I think you're really such an impressive man, but this is just not a space that I understand enough about. And the idea of this competitor that's already had the big fat exit just casts a little bit of a shadow over me. So I hope you do really well with this, but I'm out of this one. It's just not
but
for me.
also,
You're
thank you.
wonderful.
Congratulations on what you've
You're wonderful. I'm out. Oh man. All right. Well, that's a shame to hear. I mean, look, I think my ears perked up. Like I think I said, like, why don't we have like a dipstick for doggy doo doo, or in this case, some kind of pee pad, which might be a little bit more difficult to capture on a dog unless like they're already wearing a diaper. Like, and then if that's the case, I'm sorry to hear that for multiple reasons. It's not. I know it's not fun. My aunt recently had her dog in diapers, but that was a small dog. And if you got a big dog, that's a lot to mess with. Pun intended. Anyway, the big exit aspect is interesting, right? So you already got one that did that big exit, but when you're floating around $1 billion, maybe your exit could be, even if it's a quarter of that, right? A quarter to half of that. That's pretty considerable for $250,000. Now, for 4% is not exactly going to get anybody excited. And when you see Kevin and Lori talking, I definitely feel like they're going to want to come in and probably squeeze for like 15%, maybe a little bit more money, maybe. I'm curious as to what he needs the money for, because $250,000 isn't exactly a ton of money, and he's already profitable, turning a lot of dollars.
accomplished, but it's just not a business I want to be in. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Listen, Lori and I have been talking about this. This may be one of these cases where 2 sharks are better than 1 in terms of driving awareness of this product. Here's the deal. We want 10% of the company for $250, but we want a $2 royalty until we get back $1 million, and then it goes away. We'll do everything in our power to get more customers buying direct, because that's where the exit value is extreme.
Royalty deals are just like, I don't think it's in the best interest for the
It
company.
always is.
Exactly, Ramon.
But if you believe in me, then why not just equity?
Well,
Kevin only believes in money.
A lot more equity, maybe. I mean,
A lot more equity.
Look, I think that direct-to-consumer is great. I think it's always going to be a proportion of your business. I got to tell you, most people still buy their products in pet stores. Are you going to go away from retail?
No, not away
You don't
from
have to
retail.
give up retail, but
I
when you get a
wouldn't.
direct relationship, it's far more valuable. All right,
both
here's an
are.
alternative offer. The first one's
All right, hold on. Before we get to the alternative offer, let's talk first offer, which is $250,000, 10%, $2 per unit, up to $1 million return. I mean, it's actually not even 4xing. It's more than that, right? It's I guess 8xing the money. It's not unreasonable. It definitely will put a squeeze on the business, but you're going to get 2 sharks out of it. And, once you're off the hook after $1 million in sales, I mean, you're going to do that like relatively quickly, right? So that to me isn't the problem. I mean, if they want to if he wants to give up more equity, which I don't think he would want unless he was getting a lot more cash, it's it's tough. So I mean, look, royalty deals can work. I think in this case it could work. Now he's going to get a second offer, which will probably be a lot less a lot less favorable in his mind, since he was coming in looking to only give up 4% of the business. I think the way I would be playing it is, hey, I just told you we had there was $1 billion exit for this type of company already. We might not have $1 billion exit, but if we even had a $500 million or $700 million, $600 million exit, we're all doing pretty good. We're all going to be doing pretty good here. So I don't think that he should be sweating. I don't think Ramon should sweat the extra equity necessarily, but I think he should do a better job of selling the fact that, like, we're going to the moon. I already told you this is an exit opportunity. This isn't me trying to build cat litter forever. He has history in doing this, and he clearly most likely is done a really good job of being able to send traffic. We're going to check out his website and social media, so I'm really curious to see how that looks now. But he has a history of being able to do things like this. I mean, selling a blog about soap operas for $9 million, like, that's pretty incredible. That is pretty incredible.
On the table, but we've talked.
Yes.
We've meowed a bit together.
Okay.
And we'll do all equity for 20%, 10 each, and we go to work for you.
20%?
Yeah.
You better ask for a little bit more money.
Like,
That's ridiculous.
What does the cat think?
the cat is not
This is the
happy. Puri is not happy.
To give up that much equity at this stage, why would you even start the business?
Yeah.
Purely since he's profitable.
Exactly. I'll give you the $250,000 for 10%. I can help you go faster in retail. We can help you online. I think it's the right offer for
But you
you.
got to pay more for 2 sharks.
What about 3 sharks? What about 3 sharks?
Hey,
What's your counter for 3 sharks?
For 3 sharks, I can do 10%.
Whoops.
I'll do that deal on my own.
That's what he offered.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I offer.
But now we have
Why
Lori
can't you?
and Kevin, so we have a higher chance of succeeding.
Ramon, mate, don't lose your deal.
Why not 15?
I would do it at 15.
Yeah.
I think it's fair, and I think it will help you go faster and farther than you ever dreamed.
yes, but maybe a little bit more money would be just to sweeten the deal a little bit.
We have a deal.
This is hard. 1 second.
Do the deal.
What about 13%?
13 and 2 advisory shares. We'll figure it
We'll
out.
figure that out.
I mean, if we're going to be successful, it won't matter. Ramon,
It's killing me because I came in here with 4. Now we are at 15.
That's why they call it the Shark Tank
I know,
job.
it's like, now I
Seriously,
know how it
you had a
feels.
deal for 10. You didn't want that.
Why are we talking about 2%? 250,000, 15%, 3
Because it's
sharks.
going to be worth a lot of money. That's why. Did you not pay attention to the earlier part? Like, that's the goal. He laid it all out.
Came in asking for 4%. I'm so tired of this. I'll do 250 for 8. Are you gonna say yes or no right now?
Wow. Wow.
I want in on that.
But
I want in on
no
that.
messing around. It's either yes or no
You know what?
right now. Yes or no?
No, Mark, come on.
Yes or no right now?
Oh my God.
Don't do that.
Why? Go in.
Me going?
No, I'm not going in. It's either yes or no.
No, I'll give you the same offer, Ramon. Look
I'll
at
take
me.
it.
Ramon, you know
Because
what?
here's
Ramon,
the way I looked at it, Ramon.
Ramon.
You're a content marketer. That's what
Yes.
this is about, right?
Ramon, I'll do that deal.
Yeah, I'll
Robert,
do the same deal.
Kevin, would you do the same
we're
deal?
doing for 8%?
We'll give you the $250K for 8% plus 2
No, Laura, you
advisory.
do that.
Oh,
Because
no,
he
she's-
should not be able to just come in and scoop it.
Yes, that's what I do. I've been doing that for 15 years.
Literally what he does.
250,000 for 8%.
Plus 2% advisory.
Plus 2% advisory.
Yeah, Lori and I'll do that deal.
Kevin.
What do I
Why do we
get?
need Kevin?
Wait, I'm just asking Kevin because he has the list. You have the list.
The database. We forgot about the database.
Well, so we're getting 10% split 3 ways.
Good return.
Ramon, I love you, but I'm going to pass. Thank you. That's just not enough. I won't get
I'll
out of
step
bed
in for
that.
Kevin. We don't need the database.
All right, Mark, you're in.
Let's do it.
250,000, 10% for the
2%, yeah, 2% advisory. Advisory Show.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Lori. I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good job.
Congratulations.
Yes. Now that I have all 3 sharks on board, I think we can scale this brand to the moon. They all have different types of expertise and network, and I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great too there for you, Ramon. Like that was phenomenal ending, a great start to this this episode. Let's check out his website as seen on Shark Tank. You know, I always say I love seeing Shark Tank sprinkled in. You got it right at the top. Of course, you got his face. You got the cats. It's you got different shots from the tank, not just him in his science, mad scientist uniform. Uniform. Get up. Yeah. So you got your testimonials right at the top, based upon from like known websites. Though I personally I only know Yahoo Finance. I've never heard of Bustle or She Knows, but I guess that's big enough to put it right at the top. You got people, you got cats. That's exactly what you want to see. Why it's important right at the top. Now, one thing I think I would like to see though is the different colors right at the top, because like I feel like that would help me get it a lot quicker without having to read it, right? Like you got it in the picture. I mean, you got this right here, so you got your Instagram, which we're gonna go check out in a second. But I do feel like that is maybe one thing that's missing. Let's see, save 20% off and free shipping. So apparently there's only 56 minutes left, which is or 57 minutes. So it was only running for so many hours, like the hour of Shark Tank and the hour after Shark Tank. But one thing that's missing though is this airs on the West Coast as well. So unless this is going to reset itself, that's maybe a bit of a misstep. Now that the West Coast does not get nearly as much just it's not as much traffic as the East Coast brings, for sure. But yeah, here's the healthy monitoring pee pads that they have for oh, excuse me. For dogs, it's just kind of cool to see that they got that out. Genius High. So is that the sprinkle on top? Oh man, I don't know why else I'm sneezing here. Let's see, Cat Linus, boost your cat's immune system, help ward off infections. So they got that as well. That's the price. That's $25. You got, so it's $14.99 for the additive that changes upon contact. I mean, I feel like that would be good, but that's still up to the cat to see, or to feel it and not, I guess, be warded off by it. I really am curious about the, cat owners. Let me know in the comments, did you have a problem with your cat, like changing up the litter over time? Let's go check out, was her on Facebook. Looks like it's not loading properly or something. I don't know. We'll hop over to Instagram, where we got 431 likes, 178,000 followers. That is pretty awesome to see. Oh, you got your golden retriever right there on the pee pad. But like, how? I feel like it would be really hard to get, especially a dog that's used to going outside, to like go on a pee pad. That just seems like, I feel like it would be like I'd have to chase her around and then try to slide it up under her, and I don't think she would love it. I don't think she would love it. I'm kind of curious. Okay, this is a video. This had only 10 likes. It was 30 likes. This has 63 likes. Oh, it was on I guess this is ABC something on Fire TV. Oh, I'm not sure. It said ABC, but I'm not sure. But they quite 541 likes. Look, you're putting the cats, right? Like, it's about the mostly about the cats. So you want to get cats in the faces, and then humans where it makes sense, so people can self-identify. But people just love cats, and this is the internet, so cats rule. They rule the roost when it comes to the internet. If you haven't lived under a rock. This post from 4 days ago. Rosie is a sterile cat. I found a kitten on the street for her to adopt. This is her reaction. Aw, that's pretty cute, right? 229 interactions and 19 shares. Well, over 1,800 reactions 5 days ago for the Shark Tank post, but only 8 comments. Facebook is a weird thing, but seems to be one of the most potent Facebooks that we've seen here on the channel. For sure. Over on YouTube, 214 subscribers for 37 videos. Yeah, see, I feel like something to that, like that image or something similar should be at the top of the website. Over on TikTok, it says something. Oh, something went wrong. Okay, 505,000, almost 506,000 followers, which is incredible. 1.8 million likes, absolutely killing it. Man, it almost kind of makes me wonder, like, why did he really need a shark? Though a lot of these videos don't have a lot of plays. I guess there's no way to flick it over to see like the most liked video or most played video, because man, there not any of it seems like no video in particular has like a whole lot of views here. 36,000 on that one. That's pretty good. 10,000. But most of these seem pretty. 27,000, 59,000, 18,000, 22,000, 2.7 million. I'm so hungry. They like reposted the video. Please don't leave me alone. Would you take me home? Take care of me. Oh, is the cat crying? Okay. That's interesting. Anyway, Ramon and Mr. O'Pearly, I'd love to have you come on for an interview. Just drop a comment down below and we'll make that happen. Drop a comment like this one from Ellum. So these videos light me up almost every weekend. Thank you for your educational, valuable, fun and inspiring content, Joe. I appreciate it, Ellum. Thank you so much for being a part of the super community, and thank you for reaching out all those years ago. It's been an awesome ride, still an awesome ride. I so much get to love getting to make these videos and in learning myself, as well as getting to share it with all of you and everything that I have learned to get, bringing it all together. So thank you so much, Ellen, for being a part of the super community. I hope you're doing well. I'll talk to you soon. Anyway, I'll see you in one of these 2 videos over here. Take care. Now, go be super.